Alright, hi Michigan Fall Rally. My name is Kelsey Hoppus and I'm an international trustee representing the Michigan District.
And hi guys, I'm Michelle Peterson. I am an international trustee. I'm from the Michigan District. I don't represent you guys. I have 3 separate districts. And Kelsey and I, we really just wanted to make this video because we want to make sure that you guys know what the International Board is all about. First of all, so you know how we service you guys, and also in case you want to run for an international board position, you are more than welcome to ask us questions. And basically, on the very basic level, there's 1 international president, 1 international vice president, and then 11 international trustees. And basically, the trustees' jobs it's very similar to the job of lieutenant governor. In the same way that a lieutenant governor's job is basically to make sure the clubs in their division are doing well, they have the information from the district that they need, represent them at board meetings. Trustees, we do basically the same thing, but for 3 districts. So we're basically just in charge of making sure those districts have everything they need from international to be supported, and then are represented by the international board during decisions. And then what the international vice president and president do is they're really the faces of this organization. When they go to Kiwanis International meetings, or when they meet with our vision partners, preferred charities, they're the ones that go to those meetings, sit down with those people, and establish the goals that we have as an organization. And also they're in charge of making sure that trustees keep up with their work.
Also on the international level, a big part of what really the International Board does is working on committees. And on the international level, there are 4 committees. The first one is the Executive Committee, and that's chaired by President Rayford Penny. And mostly what the Executive Committee does is just evaluate a lot of things that are happening, on every level of the organization, and just deal with the kind of sensitive issues that are kind of happening there. Next is Education and Development Committee, and I'm chairing that actually this year. And mostly what we do is kind of like, we're really evaluating different ways that we can promote and kind of educate the entire organization about just what Key Club does, and different ways and different programs that we have within the organization. Next is Communications, and that is chaired by Rachel Benoit, Vice President Rachel Benoit. And they're really also looking at just more personal ways to connect with the entire membership and kind of get everyone involved in what is happening on every level. And then last is Membership Development, and that's chaired by Trustee Avery Hitchcock. So they're looking at a lot of different membership resources and making sure that all of you have the best experience that you can have as a member of Key Club. Alright, so now International Trustee Roshi Chamwani will be asking us just a few questions so you can kind of get to know us better.
So first, what is your favorite part about being on the International Board?
I'll take this one. But I definitely say that my favorite part about being on the International Board is that you really get to meet a group of really inspiring people, both on the International Board and in your districts. Specifically being a trustee, I get to visit my 3 districts twice. And that's a really cool experience because districts operate very differently. And it's very interesting to see how different people carry out service and leadership. And it really just kind of opens your eyes to just a global perspective on what Key Club stands for. And also you make a lot of memories with a lot of really cool people that you wouldn't have met otherwise.
How is being an international trustee different from your previous positions, such as district secretary and lieutenant governor?
Okay, so really what I've seen as the biggest difference, besides just the large time commitment that it's taken and the sacrifices that I personally have had to make at home and at school with other clubs and other organizations that I'm involved in, kind of having to quit those and invest all or most of my time into being on the Key Club International Board, has just been just the tough decisions that you really have to make. And I had to make some hard decisions as secretary and lieutenant governor, but when there's an organization of 260,000 members or over that, you have to think in the best interest of an entire organization, and not only that, but the future for years to come. And you're just knowing that you have that really big impact, and it's a really big honor to be holding such a big responsibility, and it is a lot of pressure, but there are a lot of really bigger decisions that can be made, and it's really awesome.
How did you get to the International Board? As in, what steps did you take to reach here?
Well, I would say, like, before actually running, it's a really big decision to make because you really have to know what the time commitment is. And to be totally honest, the international board, it fits a certain kind of person. And I think the smartest decision that you can make is be the leader that best suits you and that you can best serve as. And even if you are like an incredible leader, that might not be the international board because there are some really tough parts of it. It's really fun a lot of the time, but it gets hard when you have to make big decisions. So the main thing that I did is I talked to Michigan's international trustee from last year, and I talked to him a lot. I had a bunch of phone calls with him, and I asked him to like keep a little log of like how many hours he worked on Key Club and stuff like that to make sure that I really knew what I was getting into, because if you make this decision, you need to be sure that you can commit to it.
Yeah, and then after that, it's really, once you know that this is what you want to do and that this is what is right for you and that you're in it for the right reasons, it's really just going through those campaign procedures, which are extremely difficult, I guess, to say the least, and a lot of public speaking and campaign running, and talking to people, but I mean, it's really difficult, and you have to do that at your district convention level because you're going to have to get endorsed by the Michigan district at this year's district convention, or any year, I guess, that you would run, and that'll involve going through caucusing, answering questions, giving speeches, House of Delegates, and then if you're endorsed at your home district convention, you have to go on to international convention and then do that entire process again, but just on a bigger and possibly more intense level. Lots of speeches, lots of meeting and giving direct question and answers with people who want to know who they're electing. I mean, people put a lot of faith into the international board, and so it's not a position to be taken lightly, and procedures for campaigning and running for an international position are taken very seriously, and just know that if you go into it, people will expect a lot from you. And don't pre-campaign at all. Even if it's a possibility right now, you're just, starting to think of the idea for running for international, don't mention it to anyone. I mean, you can talk to me as the Michigan District Trustee. You can kind of talk to me about it, but you shouldn't be pre-campaigning. You shouldn't be telling all of the people in the Michigan District and all of international, like, yeah, I think I'm going to run for trustee, or I think I'm going to run for president or vice president, because you will automatically just be disqualified. We're very strict about it because we want a fair campaign for everyone, and we want to make sure that the entire district, entire international and all of the board members here are elected because of their goals. So, alright, well, it was really nice to get a chance to hopefully connect with you on some level through a video. It's too bad we really couldn't be there, but I really look forward to personally getting to meet you at DCON, and I just wanted to thank you for giving me the honor to serve such a great district like Michigan, and yeah, I really can't wait to meet everyone at DCON.
Bye guys, I'll see you at district convention too.